CLNV holding our inflection point pretty nicely. There are some things that I'm looking at unfolding in momentum, though. Let's go ahead and go over those metrics now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with the CLNV technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, team, yes, our inflection point is consistent to this zone here. Okay, this range here, 366 to 372, of which we talked about, right, during the live, a few times during the recordings that we've been making, right? This is the inflection candle, right? So notice how we actually came today, right? We came to test that and we bounced right away from it, right? So yes, failure of this here with an hourly candle, minimum hourly candle below this range would actually encourage a downside here to this range here. 334 to 352 in the shorter time frame, right? But what I'm looking at in momentum is actually something curious because it does show a downside, but the downside is very, very limited, and there could be a bounce from it. Okay, so let's continue validating here because I'll show you exactly what I mean by that metric. Okay, first of all, remember that this is the 3-day. This is the 3-day descending channel that we're actually facing, right? Very good, a golden rule of 3 structure here. We get that breakout, the true breakout on test number 4, right? And then we haven't actually come back to test the newly converted resistance, or what was a resistance, into a support now. Okay, so that's currently what could be happening here for CLNV before it continues on to the upside, right? So let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart, because this is essentially what I was going to tell you about the support that I'm finding. Okay, so 30-minute immediate short-term suggesting a downside. Okay, we're finding that resistance from the SMA 14. Similar situation here to the bi-hourly time frame, suggesting a continuation to the downside. Now, I know that the 6-hour time frame does have this very short-term downside. This is where I'm talking about. Okay, it has this very short-term downside here, just a couple percent away before it can actually make a validation of support and continue on to the upside. First of all, it is, I mean, both of these metrics here, I'm talking about the cyan line, or the what is it, baby blue line here, is representing the RSI signal itself, and the pink line is representing a 14-day simple moving average. Okay, so I know it's a 6-hour too, so that's good that we can actually face that support from not only the SMA 14, but as well as the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Okay, so that's nice. If we do get that bounce from that SMA 14, that would essentially pressure the daily time frame and the 12-hour time frame to the upside. Right? It wouldn't actually, these time frames wouldn't actually need to visit the SMA 14 all the way down to that zone there. Let me see the 8-hour. Yeah, the 8 hour is already finding that support there. Okay, so yeah, there could be some precedence here to the 6-hour time frame. Okay, you can see the time frames that I'm on right here. Right, so this is the 6-hour. We could find that support. So now what I'm thinking is, if there is that little support touch that we're facing on the 6-hour, then there could be a chance of us testing the inflection zone one more time, right? Is this zone here, whether it be, whether it's from the top side of it or to the bottom side of it, or even to the, to the candle that we actually tested today at 371. Whatever it is, I do think that we have one more shot at testing that support before actually continuing on to the upside. Okay, so, and let's see here. Currently, we are on the hourly finding support from the EMA 21. Okay, so nothing here is absolutely bearish. I just see this as consolidation or validation of supports before a continuation to the upside. Okay, team, so yeah, that's essentially what I'm looking at here. If we do get that bounce to the upside, we definitely have some, higher probability relevant targets to look at, right? So let's just say that we get that bounce from the 370 zone and we get that first resistance touch, right? That would be about a 5.44% move to the upside. If we were to bounce with some bull strength here and continue on to the resistance up here, that would mark just over 9.5% move to the upside, which could be a pretty nice scalp for the day, right? So yeah, that's looking okay here, team. All right, so keep your eyes on those targets. There is that possibility that we can actually face that tomorrow, okay? But first and foremost, remember that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. All right, team. But with that said, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.